Yeah. COVID. No, what's going on, guys? So, all right, I want to say some things, and I want to make this a quick video. I'm going to try to keep it short and brief. But I want to say there is some merit to the discussion of living at a higher frequency, even if you are not a spiritually aware or hooky dooky or hyper-religious person. You can be scientifically sound and still live a quote-unquote higher frequency life. Being a person that lives at a higher frequency, you exhibit traits of an individual who wants the betterment of humanity. You don't have to have a religious preference for that. You can just not want people to do the same shit that you wouldn't want done to you. And that's just a biologically basic instinct. I'm a good person just because I desire that effect to happen upon me when other individuals are viewing me. I want somebody to say that when I am walking down the street and it's raining, I would like for you to be slightly concerned with my well-being. Because if I was driving down the road and I saw somebody who was walking out in the rain, I am slightly concerned with their well-being. If you look like you're in poor straits, I want to help you. Now, do I go out of my way and help people? Nah, man, there's murderers out there, bro. It's 2020. What the fuck are you talking about? I am a black man in Pennsylvania. But the conscious notion of living at a higher frequency is that you understand your situation. I want to help you, bro, but we're out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and you're carrying an axe covered in blood. Little sus. Little it's a tad bit sus. Suspicious. But like, I don't know, man. You tell me, do you think that if you live to the standards of living at a higher frequency and you're not a religious person, right? You live at a higher frequency, you're not a religious person. People are going to be like, well, don't you have belief in a higher power? Yes, I believe that I am that higher power. On a mathematical standpoint, I believe that my thoughts and actions have a ripple effect in time and space, and that if I act a certain way and behave a certain way, I will add ripples to the pond that will, in fact, bounce back and or interact with my environment and me in a certain way. I am also saying that there are other people who are making ripples. You see that last part? You see how important it is to be hopeful, but not foolishly hopeful? It would be a Buddhist proverb. It is to be hopeful of the future, but not so foolish as to jump over the proverbial cliff before you look, get a good eye at what you're going for. So that's, I think, would be a good definition of a higher frequency person. And that's just off of the base of how I act when I'm out in society, based off of how I perceive other people would want to act or be perceived, or have, like, what are you comfortable with? Dude, for the most part, humans are comfortable with a lot of things if they're okay with it. Like, you just gotta make sure they're okay with it. A lot of times communication is the biggest thing, and not just regular communication. We're talking about higher frequency communication, talking to somebody for the sake of genuinely trying to understand and communicate your thoughts and feelings. Oh man, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Translucent. Being clear. I'm trying to be see-through. I'm losing the word right now. I don't know why. Transparent. Oh, yo, thank you. Got it. Yeah, I got that word. That's my word. I can't spell it. Don't ask me to spell it. But to be transparent, upfront, honest, and transparent about your thoughts and wants. Because we live in a society where dishonesty is no longer really necessary. to get what you want. You can be honest. There are people who will help you. There is a society of individuals who want to. You should be above that. To live at a higher frequency is to be a more honest individual. You're honest. But now, well, what if I gotta do this? What I gotta do that to do my grind and do my dirt? Then you live at that frequency, bro. Like I said, you can't profess that you are living at a higher frequency and you do shit like smoke crack and rob people. Or like eat Funyuns all the time and have high cholesterol because you're obsessively just staying in your house at a low volume and you live with your parents because you would never. All right, so like, and now these are not to say that any of these individuals who experience these traits are not in any way, shape, or form at a lower vibration than any other counterpart, because again, we understand that it's all adding up to a higher frequency self. They are parts of a whole. Everyone is living their own experiences in real time. It's so hard for me to try to talk to you because we have a line of conversation where I have to take you on a journey and we have to communicate in a series of box and box, and then I gotta take what you say, translate it with my little bitty human brain, and then try to pull information and then funnel it through my human brain out of my fucking mouth. And I have to police and pick the exact stream of words that come out of my gullet in a way that resonates with the words that you understand as you understand them. Because we all know that there is different subtleties between bear, and bear, right? So like we need to make sure that it's all there. But we also need to understand that there's a difference between big bear and a little bear, right? What's a big bear to you? Well, a big bear to me is a big bear. A big bear, what's a big bear? Like, is 300 pounds a big bear? Is 400 pounds a big bear? If I say, oh, that's a big cat, what's a big cat? If I think big cats, I think tiger. So you're like, oh, that's a big ass cat behind you. I think it's a tiger. But you can say that's like a 30-pound fluffer. You can say a fat cat. What's fat? What is it to be obese? What does it mean to be rich? What does it mean to be this? And the other ones are like varying degrees, but descriptions and terms and understanding of what a word means. Like if I say something like systemic, well, what does systemic mean? Well, what does defund mean? I'm not even gonna say the other words because I don't want to trigger anybody, but like, I'm just saying, like, if we had a honest understanding of what the words and terms mean and what people are genuinely after with transparent, clear, and concise conversation, I don't think there's really a problem with being a person who wants to live at a higher frequency on a very mathematical and scientific premise. You exist on a plane that is for the betterment of humanity. You want better. You just want better, right, guys? You just want better. You want to be better. You want to do better. You want to uplift the individuals who are around you. You want to take people on a journey throughout all space and time. You want to be the coolest person in the room and the most helpful individual in the room and the most kind person in the room. You want to be a better, besterest version of yourself. You want to live at a higher frequency. And that's the most scientific shit I've ever heard. So, I mean, like, there's some stuff that, like, definitely has merits, man. I smoke weed. I take antidepressants. You know what I mean? Like, I get angry. I eat junk food. I judge people. I've stolen. I've hated people. I've fought. I've hurt. Nobody's perfect. The object of the game is to try to live at a higher frequency. It's to understand your condition, your predicament, and it's also to understand that as a person who has been born and gone through the shit that we've gone through, I am not my past, but my past has shaped me. So just remember that, guys. Like, just fight for a better tomorrow. Be good to yourself and others. Be hopeful, but not foolishly hopeful. The Buddha.